What's going on? How you doing? How's the DR, man?
It's cool. A little bit of degeneracy here, Got these hoes for the streets. We got the dudes that's over here riding on the motorbikes, but they got work ethic like crazy. They work, they
I
grind.
believe you.
So what's going
Yeah,
on, Chris? What's your
I tell a lot of
thoughts?
people. I tell people when it comes to foreigners, they work. They know the value of hard work. They know the value of money, and they're gonna run and get it all the time. So it doesn't surprise me.
For sure. So what's your thoughts, bro, on this whole subject?
Although in assessment, you're right. You're just looking at this through the wrong list. Let's start with
Okay.
let's start with the women. Everybody has a past for the most part. And you're absolutely right. We can forgive you for your past, but
I don't.
what? No, no, no. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Of course you don't. We can forgive you for your past, but people always keep this part out the Bible. There's still consequences for your actions. Every action you have done, you need to be held accountable for it. So there's a on this path to recovery, you got to gonna have to go through hell because that's where you're in right now, so you can get to the promised land anyway.
What's
So
the promised land?
better than where they're at right now. However that looks in God's eyes.
Nope.
So you can say no. I understand how you feel, but I know you're in this Thanos mentality where half
No,
the
I'm
well,
a
in your case,
realist. I'm a
go
realist.
ahead.
I think that the seed that you sow is the tree that you have to ride on as it grows out of the ground. Like I don't see. Listen, marriage is reserved for. Marriage was supposed to be reserved for women that gave their bodies over to their husbands.
Right.
I don't really understand why we modifying it to mean something differently than what God created it for. And
So
sex
what do
was
you
largely
go
the
ahead?
way sex was largely the way in which you define whether or not you got married to a woman. So if that be the case, then that means that women that got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 bodies got 50 had 50 marriages. Now why should a
Hmm.
guy put paper on that hoe after she done already married a bunch of different dudes and she done been buzzed down by the whole football team? I don't understand that. Why? So
You
we
don't believe
supposed
in
listen.
you don't believe in
I
redemption?
believe in forgiveness, but I don't believe that she's worthy of marriage. And why should a dude that is winning and has proven himself to be a great man in this society, despite every obstacle against them, because the odds are against all men, not just black men, but all men,
Hmm.
in order to be successful. So this guy beat the odds. He's in the top 5%, top 10%, top 1%. And why should this man ever consider this woman as worthy of marriage?
See, and that's where a lot of people get it confused. I agree. There is somebody for you despite your past or in spite of your
No, it's
past.
not.
There's gonna be no. Hear me out. Hear me out. Now, a do I think a woman that's all the way run down is automatically gonna get the top
What
ten
is all the
percent?
way run
No,
down? Why she ain't partially run down?
I don't. What do you call Black China?
Ran all the way down.
Thank you. Now that's my point. And there's plenty of women like her, minus the finances and the notoriety. Do I say they deserve a top 10%? No, I don't. I never said that. You need to work on yourself. You need to correct your past. And one day God will bless you with a husband that's right for you.
Who
That
told you
doesn't,
that? Where is that in the Bible where it said that God is going to bless you with a husband that's right for you when you correct your past? That is not in the
we,
word. Y'all are not going. Y'all
we,
not going. No, you're not going to
keep going.
remix the word of God.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
That is not what it says. It does
Well,
not
it
say.
doesn't.
It does
Go
not
ahead.
say that anywhere in the Bible. How are y'all remixing the word?
What does it say in the Bible? If you mess up, there's no second chances. There's no road to redemption.
No, it didn't say
Where's
nothing
that in
about
the Bible?
redemption. It said grace.
All right, then. What are
Grace
we
and
talking about?
mercy. Grace and mercy has nothing to do with getting something else that somebody else deserves. It does not say that. It says that you're gonna reap what you sow, and you can get grace and mercy, which means that you can be forgiven, but it doesn't absolve you from being responsible for the things that you do on this earth. You still have to answer for everything that you do on this earth. It said nothing that you were
Exactly.
supposed to get married, and he gonna make the person that's the right for you. No, some people are supposed to die alone.
That's God's will. That's not Anton's will. That's what I'm
No,
saying,
that's
bruh.
what the word says.
That there
That ain't got
there's
nothing to do
nowhere
with
in
what it is that I think. That's what the words say.
there's nowhere in the Bible that says if you are for the streets, we're just modernizing the word. There's nowhere in the Bible does it say if you're for the streets, you will never get married or you don't deserve marriage or anything close
It
to
say that
that.
you do deserve marriage. You modified that. You said
Right.
that God is going to give you a person and all this other type of stuff. That's not what it says.
Well, no, 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 no. If you put in the work, God is going to bless you. However, He sees you to be blessed.
That's not what it
It could
says.
be marriage.
That's not what it says.
You saying God doesn't do that? Or is that what we're saying?
No, it doesn't. That's not what it says. It says that it
Okay.
rains on the just and the unjust, meaning that life is not fair and the lot that is dealt with you, you make the most of it. It does not guarantee you to be successful as far as getting a husband or getting
Mm-hmm.
married or any of that. That's not what it says.
Mm-hmm. Is all if everybody that sins are they automatically condemned to hell?
No,
What are we talking about, brother?
but it doesn't mean that they get all of the fruits and the good things that come along with being in heaven either. You're not guaranteed. Listen, you're not guaranteed to have heaven on earth just because you're forgiven for your sins. That's not what it says.
Right.
It does
Right.
not
We
say that
guarantee
you're
it.
supposed to have a phenomenal life on earth and you're gonna be redeemed for all of the nonsense that you've done as a result of it. They don't say nothing like that.
But I didn't tell you. You have to keep this in mind. Let me not say everybody because that's going to be disrespectful to, i.e., the readers of the world. So let me be respectful. Most women have a past. Most women have acknowledged their past. Most
So
women have. Hold on. And there's most women who went through the stages to correct or fix the past. And if a man, I'm like I said, get this top 1%, top 5% out of your head because we already know there's a particular type of woman that they like. I don't normally speak to that crowd on occasions. I'm just saying if an average man decides to give this woman a second chance, what are we talking
he's a
about? And
fool.
it should and
He's a
excuse
whole
me.
fool. You know that? He ain't a half a fool. He ain't three quarters of a fool. He's a whole fool.
All right. There's a particular woman you are patterning this after. Like, I don't know this Steven Crowder individual, so I don't know nothing about him and his ex-wife. Tyrese, just put that to the side. That's a
Why are we
lost
putting
cause
it
in
to
of
the side?
itself.
Why are we
No, no,
brushing
no,
this stuff to
because
the side?
no, because no, I don't know Steven Crowder, so I don't know the full details of. I just know he's been married 10 years. He's getting a divorce. I don't know how you vetted this chick that you've been with. I don't know anything about that.
Here's my
In the case of
question to you.
Tyrese,
Here's
in
my
the case of
question to you,
Tyrese, he's
Chris.
looking for love.
This is
Go
my
ahead.
question to you and all of the men that are advocating. Because I'm open to the possibility that I'm wrong, but none of y'all have proven it yet, right? Here's my question. Why are y'all caping so hard for these women that don't deserve good men?
Because I'm not that's a sub sector group that you're probably thinking of. I'm not talking about, I guess I'm not talking about that particular group. I'm actually talking to the group that recognize that they made a mistake far afterwards and they are
I
humble.
recognize that you made a mistake too. I also recognize the people in prison that made a mistake. It don't mean that they shouldn't serve their time.
Okay, so let's say if a woman um have sex, she got pregnant and had a baby, whatever the case may be. When do you think she when do you think she needs to get married, if ever?
Never.
Wow.
She needs to
I,
actually. Let me take that back. I'm wrong about that. She needs
okay.
to get married to the person that she had a baby by.
Yeah, if they go, yeah, no, if they go on the same journey together, I agree with that.
No, they should get married because they had a kid. They
Are
had
you are you
sex.
saying that?
They had a
Are you saying
child.
this for them? Go
She
ahead.
needs to get married to the man that she had a kid by. That's who she should be married to. She should not have another option to get married to somebody differently. She should get married to the person that she had a kid by.
Are you saying this as a guy who's thinking as a top 1%er?
What do you mean?
Because that's a lot. Because if we're talking about a high value person, I hear that a lot. And guess what? If that's the group, if that's how they decide to choose their
No, it
women,
don't matter
who
if
am
you
I to say
highball or
anything?
not. If you opened up your legs because you made a conscious decision as a woman to open up your legs and let a dude skeet in you, that is either that's your husband. It is not another man's responsibility to take care of that munchkin.
Nah, I understand, but like I said,
So
there's people.
what is there to debate? What is there to
No,
debate?
no, no. What I'm saying is that everybody deserves a second
No,
chance
they
if they put the
don't.
work in. If they
No.
put no, hold on. If they put the work in,
What
and
work? He put the work in when he nutted in you and got you pregnant.
if, are we talking about the man or woman? Because I'm talking about the woman. If she
Me
realized,
too.
you know what? If she realized that, you know what, for this past some years, I'd have moved a little bit too foul, and I know my chances of getting married are extremely slim. I and besides, hey, also, you know, let me flip this around. She has a
Let
child.
me ask you a
Do you
question.
want do you want her child
Chris,
to make the same mistakes as she did?
Chris, Chris. If a man have sex with another man, is he gay?
Yes.
What if he never have sex with another man again? Is he still gay?
You really want me to be honest
Is
about
he
this
still
one?
gay?
If he never has sex with another man again, and he has sex with nothing but women, you can make the argument bisexual, but I can say no.
Well, if you bisexual, you gay.
Oh, well, but I agree with the same thing too. But I'm just being politically correct.
Okay. Well, don't be politically correct. Let's get to it. If a
Okay.
woman, if a woman have sex for the first time, is she a virgin? Can she ever be a virgin again?
If she voluntarily has sex, then she's no longer a virgin physically.
So she can't be a virgin again. She can't go back to being a virgin.
Physically, no. Spiritually, religiously, yes, yes.
No, she can't. Spiritually, religiously, what?
Is she? What did they say? They told me this a long time ago. I said, fine,
If
whatever.
you go and buy a new car off the lot and you
It's
drove
it.
it off the lot,
Soon as it loses a lot, the value
can you
decrease.
ever renew that? Can that car ever be new again?
No,
So what are we talking about? What if you're spiritually renewing the car? Can you pray over it and then you forgive all of the miles that you drove it? Can you pray over that car and then get all of the miles off of it?
no. You got to put the.
Does it make the spark plugs need to be replaced? Does the oil still need to be changed on that car? Is the tire still bald on that thing? Is it still a limp?
You're gonna have to put working on that car
So it's still
for
a
the
limp,
value for it to go up. Yes, I get it.
but it's not new though, right?
Sorry, say that one more time.
But it's not new though, right?
No, no, no. You just gotta make the value go up. You're right.
So why
But like
in
I said,
every other
again, you
aspect of
gotta
life,
go ahead.
why in every other aspect of life can we identify that you can't put the genie back in the bottle and renew the pussy, but for some reason we saying that these people are reborn again and that they can put on a white dress and then get remarried based off of the circumstances that God did not establish, that we remixed it in current society to make it fit our narrative in order to make us feel better.
Where in the Bible does it say if you have sex, you cannot get married?
It said that
If
if
that's
you
in the
have
Bible, if that's in
sex,
the Bible, go ahead.
it says specifically the man that you have sex with is your husband.
Right.
You didn't read that part of the Bible?
No, no, no. That's right. That's facts.
So what are we talking about? Can a woman have multiple husbands? Is she supposed to have multiple
Mm,
husbands?
Polandry is a sin. Keep going.
No, 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 no,
You're
no.
right.
Stick to the Bible. Can a woman
Hmm.
have multiple husbands?
No, no, poly also, no, not at
Oh,
all.
okay. So what are we talking about? Hey,
You
you
got it.
listen,
Every time
Chris.
you're
You
not
got to
getting
stop
that.
taking for these hoes, bro.
Oh no, 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 no. I'm not. I'm saying that. What I'm saying is you're looking at this through the wrong lens. You gotta have to extend some form of grace
No,
and
I
let
don't.
people. Okay, so Anton, these women that's having sex and having children, you don't want them to teach their children not to make the same mistakes that they did.
I don't want them to have no more children, and I want their
No, no,
children.
no, 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 no. This is my first time. I got a
No,
chance to meet
listen,
these.
it don't matter what I care, what I want them to do. They have an inability based off of how God created us to be able to have kids, right? We're supposed to have a man and a wife. There's a right way and a wrong way to do it. So it doesn't matter what
Correct.
I feel, right? The reality is that they've had something outside of the ordination of what God wanted us to do in the first place. So you cannot ever have a woman that successfully, in the same way that a two-parent household that is married raising a kid and have them in the same bracket. It's impossible. It's
I
outside of
think.
the will of
Go ahead.
God. It's outside of what the
Mhm.
success rate and the statistics and the data says is going to align with the possibility of that kid being successful. So it's not about what I think, it's about the reality. And the reality is that I don't care about what these hoes think. The only thing I care about is the truth. I'm never going to
Mhm.
cape for a woman or a man that is doing things the wrong way and then try to remix it in order to fit my narrative. The truth is the truth, regardless.
Right, and that's the only reason why I came regarding the women part. Extend a little grace.
No,
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
only
Now,
God can give grace. I give forgiveness. I don't give grace.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Only God can
And
give grace. I can't. I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. The only thing I deal with is reality. I believe in forgiveness, but I certainly can't extend grace.
gotcha. And
I
real quick,
believe in giving reality and accountability. I don't believe in extending grace.
gotcha. And real quick before I go, because I've been here for a good minute, regarding the man that you described, like why should a man of that stature get married right now? Like in the Bible, no man is supposed to be by himself. So,
That's not what he said.
granted,
He said it's not good for a man to be by himself. He didn't say no man is not supposed to be by himself. I'm gonna need you to quote the Bible effectively. And that was when
okay,
he
no,
specifically created Eve in the Old Testament, in which it's a completely different conversation based off of the new standards. When Jesus died for our sins, he also did away with the old law because he said he came to. He actually didn't do away with it. He fulfilled the law so that we can then have grace and then be considered one of Abraham's seed. It's a completely different conversation now.
so you mean to tell
That's why
me?
you have
Sorry about
grace
that. Sorry
now.
about
That's
that.
why you have the ability to be forgiven for your sins and still have the ability to still be called a friend of God or called a friend of Jesus.
So are you saying that this man, that man you described, you tell me he cannot find his Eve in that stage of life?
Would you want to Eve considering what she did to Adam?
Not that particularly. That's why I did the
Ain't on
verse.
that
That's why.
particular Eve. There was only one Eve. Do you want Eve? Consider that she got him kicked out of the Eden, got him got kicked out of the
Uh,
garden. They had to have cherubims come and protect them from coming back in, and then they kids wind up killing each other. Do you want you a Eve?
nope. Well, okay. So, all right. Let
Why
me,
do you
like I
keep
said,
this? Come on, man. Let's go.
I mean, okay. Let's be respect. I like to say, I'm gonna say this respectfully. Then, what would you consider Rita if you were Adam? What would you consider Rita, or do you consider yourself Adam?
Rita was perfect and upright in every way. She did not defile her temple before I got to her, and she did exactly what it is that I required of her, which is one of the reasons why we have this oasis that I've created for us.
Okay, so put a label. So put a label on that. Define that in one word if you can. What is Rita to you?
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. You saying that brother that you created a hypothetical, he doesn't deserve a phenomenal woman? He can't find a phenomenal woman?
Rita was a virgin, and she no other man had knew her before me.
Then I would strongly suggest his brother to start young and marry young then.
I said that already.
You said but okay, here we go again. You
I
said
said
that,
that
but
in the very beginning of the live stream.
that to marry young. So should this 38-year-old got married, shouldn't his wife be young?
What?
Should marry young like me? I got married when I was 29, 29, 28. For this guy who's 30, 38, top 1%, whatever case may be, he don't know how to choose a wife. He don't know how to vet a wife. He don't know how to. pick a wife?
I didn't say that he didn't know how. I said that he shouldn't.
Why?
Because the
Why do
odds
you
are
think?
against them considering how society has evolved and women are out of their place, men are out of their place, and the possibility of him finding somebody that is worthy of a wife is slim to none, especially in American culture.
So that's are you saying that we're bound to America? We're bound to the West? If that was the
Oh, you're
case?
not bound to
Because
anything,
because I because
but
because I personally
I don't see the
go ahead.
benefits of him getting married.
Well, I nah, I see the benefit because if he's sleeping around and he mess around get a chick pregnant, now you just like
You
everybody
adding in
else.
additional factors.
Am I lying or is that real life?
You adding in additional factors. That's not a part of the conversation.
Okay, we'll stick to the hypothetical then. I do believe that a man, you like the Bible says, it's not good for a man to be alone. Because me personally, I believe you're going to be left to your own devices. Do you need have some? You need to have somebody that has a boundary and has managed to uh, keep you something to keep you in that boundary. Not to say that a wife is over the man or whatever the case may be, but
I
a
would say
wife
that Adam
provides
would
the
have been 10
stability.
times better off not getting kicked out of the garden, and he wouldn't have had to deal with a disrespectful, unruly, easily beguiled, evil, ugly woman. That's where we get the word evil from. Eve,
And this is why I did a marriage is
evil,
and
evil,
I got you. Fair enough. We got that. We
evil. That's
we
where we
can
get that
we
whole
we can
word from.
agree.
Is
And don't forget,
he wouldn't
even
have
Lilith.
kids that killed each other if it wasn't for the fact that he had to be beguiled by that evil hoe.
So that's why I believe that a man of that stature, or any stature for that matter, should be able to identify his strength, identify his weakness, know who he is as a man. After that, you should be able to know what you want in a wife, and you better damn sure be able to research your wife. And that's part one.
Or
Then
you
you
could
get to
just
part
not deal
two.
with it at all and not have the headache in your life based off of the fact that you've already built yourself up to be great in the first place.
In the world of 6 billion people, there's at least one. Even the great
Actually, it's
Anton Daniels said you.
8.5. It's
Even the great
8.5.
Anton Daniels
It's
said you got to get this right
8.5
one time.
billion people on this earth, and you should not have to pick one. You should just continue to live your life and have a good time.
But didn't the great Anton Daniels say you just have to get this right one time?
Yeah, if you're young, but I think that getting it right also means that you shouldn't have to think about it or go through it in the first place. I don't have to touch the stove in order to know that it's hot. Sometimes that's getting it right.
Mm. Or just a wise man learning from the mistake of others and be able to make his own sound
No,
judgment and decision.
you determined to lead these guys into the fire, and I'm
I
determined to
didn't.
I'm determined to keep telling these guys, hey man, you can dodge the fire even though you get burned a lot when you're going in. You may just find a gem inside of that house that's burning down at the same time and still make it out. I'm telling guys, don't go into the burning house at all. It's not a good look for you, big dog.
And I'm also telling guys to prioritize. Make sure you get the best of the best first, and you uh, then begin to
Ain't no
filter
best of
out.
the best. Ain't no best of the best no more. It's over. It's over.
You need a little. You need a little.
It's over. If listen, if I'm single today,
Mhm.
state that I am right now, I'm not getting married. I'm not even interested. I'm not interested at all.
Okay, that's fine. I know it benefits you to say that because you're with what God said. You know, Anton. Here's Rita. Don't drop the ball. And you've been married what 18,
No, that's
19
not what
years?
God said. I chose her. I'm the king.
Oh, that's well. I can go in semantics when we get to Dallas of what I mean
I
by that.
chose
But
her to be a wife.
I
I
believe. Okay,
control
go ahead.
access to marriage. I'm the person that put the ring on her finger, and I'm the person that invited her into my household. That was up to me.
Okay, okay. We'll go over this. Trust me, we'll go over
You
the
can't say
semantics
that
when
God
we
give
get
us
to
free
Dallas.
will and then not give me the credit for choosing correctly.
Say that one more time. You was cutting
You
out.
can't say that God gives us free will and then not give me credit for choosing correctly.
Okay, that's fair. We'll talk. That's fair.
All right.
I said, trust me, we'll talk. We'll probably talk about this again when we get to Dallas.
I'm with it.
Oh yeah, and one last thing. I ain't going down to no large size for that hoodie. I ain't going down to no large size for that hoodie. When you see me in person, when you see me again in person, you're gonna understand why I asked for a 3X.
All right. I got you.
All right, man. I'll see you later, brother.
All right. Bye.